Hey there, I'm Logan. This is the long drive, and we're gonna drive. That's kind of our whole thing. That's what we do here. We drive. I talk. We drive. We catch up. It's what we do. We have fun. I have fun. Hope you guys have fun. So how are we doing? How are you today, my friends? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. Not too bad. I'm getting ready to move. All that's coming up in just a couple of weeks. My father has a birthday coming up soon. He's going to be 60 years old. So he's definitely getting up there in age. So we're going to go have a nice time with him next weekend. Looking forward to that. Man, it is really flat out here. Let's see, there's absolutely nothing. I'm here for it though. There's some stuff over that way, but not much. But I'm here for it. Nice flat green area. Oh, oh, bouncy, bouncy. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. So if you guys watched it, we made some good progress on the latest episode of Hydra Near. Got that third drill up and going. That was nice. Got the logic installed, so we have the water filters, which will automatically repair themselves. That's going to be super nice. So we can focus on expanding. Oh, I've also been playing the new Hogwarts game. A lot of fun. Really enjoying it. I love a big open world. Oh geez, what? Oh no, what just happened? Oh, thud. Okay, all right. Hmm. Hmm. I don't even know what we hit, but I don't think we really are hurting. I mean, we have no hubcaps, but all the mirrors are still there. The radio bounced out, but we fixed it. I think we're okay. I think the only thing that really happened was the radio popped out. Like, other than that, we're okay. I don't know what we hit. One minute we're fine, next minute we're flying. Oh, man, that was a thing. That was a thing that happened. All right, well, let's just continue on and act like it didn't happen. So yeah, I've been playing it, a lot of fun, but I love a big open world RPG type game. Those are my bread and butter when it comes to things I like to play. Man, this road is rough right here. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm just shy, I think, of like level 20. Don't have a ton of hours into it, but I've been playing it, enjoying it quite a bit. It was a gift, so I've been enjoying that a lot. Got my character built. I like the clothing options. Like, some games don't really give you a lot of variety with clothing, and there's quite a bit with this one. Not as much like normal clothing that I would like to see. I mean, granted, I think it's set in like the early 1900s maybe, but I'd like to see a little bit more like jeans and t-shirts, but that's a little bit more modern. So there's not going to be a ton of that, but there's lots of like face wear, there's glasses, hats, cloaks, and even like capes, all sorts of outfits, things like that. And one thing I really like is the ability to cover the clothing that you have to make it look like something else. So, say you get a piece of headgear that's really strong, has a lot of defense, and raises your base defense stat, but you hate the way it looks. So, normally in a game that wouldn't let me do it, I'm just going to look like an idiot because I play for the stats. It's like Fallout, my character always looks ridiculous because I'm wearing just whatever mismatched armor I can slam together for the best. Oh, 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 there we go. The best armor stats. So with a game like this, you can cover it up and make it look like a different piece of clothing, which is really cool. And you don't even have to have it with you. Like, as long as you've collected it at some point, you can sell that lower piece of clothing because you only have so many slots and still be able to make a piece of gear look like that clothing you've already found and sold. Which, that is one thing I've noticed so far, is I'm struggling to find gold. I needed to unlock a spell, no, a potion for something, and I can't do it because I need a seed to grow a thing for the herbology professor. But I can't do that because I don't have the right size potting plant, which I can't get because I have to go and buy the unlockable thing from the vendor for money, which I don't have the money. So I don't know. Maybe there's some way to get money in that game that I don't know of other than just looting people and places, getting you, 20, 30, 40 gold at a time, which isn't super helpful. So if any of you guys are playing it and you know how to get gold, let me know. I'm probably just doing something wrong. But otherwise, I mean, it's fun. The traversal is fun. Running around, of course, I mean, it's a little slow, but it's fine. The broom is super fun. Just being able to hop on a broom just about anywhere. I mean, obviously, like the middle of a town, inside Hogwarts, things like that, you can't do it. But, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Oh, there we go. There we go. And it definitely gets you around faster than walking. One thing I have noticed, though, and I don't particularly care for, and I don't know if they explained it and I just missed it or what, but there are some attacks, like you get the little symbol for like, hey, you're about to be attacked. You either need to like roll out of the way or put up your little protection spell. I don't notice a difference between the ones that I can block and the ones I can't. So I don't know if it's like a color thing and my color blindness is messing with it, or if there's really just no clear indicator. So I tend to default to just rolling to get away from whatever may be trying to hurt me. Because I feel like anymore, I try to just block and it ends up causing more problems than it solves. Oh, there we go, back on the road. Yeah, I just ignored the fact that we ran off the road because I was really hoping nothing bad would happen. This stretch of road is pretty terrible. Oh, man, speaking of terrible, went out to dinner with my dad last night. He was out, he's a salesman. He was out doing stuff and he was passing through. He's like, hey, do you want to get dinner? I'm like, yeah, sure, okay, fine. So I meet him over at the restaurant. We got chips and queso, just standard chips queso, not that hard to do because we have always liked their queso. The chips were undercooked, like they were still soggy and floppy. So we're like, can we get some better chips? And they just remade the whole thing, which was super nice because we actually go there quite often. And both of the waitresses, they know us. Like, they always take really good care of us. They're great. And they're like, yeah, like, we'll get it taken care of. We don't know how they screwed them up that bad. Whatever, not a problem. So they bring some more chips and queso, a lot better. So they started this new, like, 10 meals, $10 menu kind of thing. So both of us, everything we got was fried. It's totally not healthy, but, it's a once in a blue moon kind of thing. It's not like we're eating that every day. But he got some fries, shrimp, and a piece of fish. I got the fries, a piece of fish, and a couple of chicken tenders. Mine was fine. The fries were a little undercooked. I mean, they could have been done better, but they were fine. He had to send his entire plate back. Like, everything on it was just undercooked and soggy. I don't know if they were using bad oil, if they were just rushing and pulling it out way too fast, or what. But as soon as it gets brought out, he looks at the shrimp, he pokes one, he's like, yeah, these are undercooked, like they need to be cooked more. She kind of acts like she didn't know what to do, takes them back, brings him fresh shrimp. Time she gets back, he's already checked the fish and the fries, and he's like, there's nothing on this plate that's cooked. So our waitress finally comes back. Not the one who, was just bringing the food out. And she's like, well, how is everything? Oh, you sneaky sneak. Oh, I see you. I see you. You think I don't see you? So they can spawn in here, and we know it now. Holy cow. That was terrifying. Ooh. I did not like... Oh, look at that box of ammo. But, yeah. It was terrible. Like, he had to send the whole thing back, and of course, she comes out trying to figure out what happened. And we just explained to her, like, all of it was undercooked. She's like, we have 4 cooks back there. I mean, there was only a handful of people in the restaurant at the time. She's like, we have 4 cooks. We're not busy. I don't understand how they're screwing up so badly. And so she went back there and I think just chewed them out. They finally came out and had all the food done. But by then he was about over it, which That's my dad for you. If he gets annoyed, he just refuses to eat. But yeah, I mean, the service was amazing, which it always is there, but the food was just so bad, and he just kept having to send it back. I mean, I don't blame him. None of it was cooked right. But he was like, if that had been my first time there, he's like, I wouldn't have come back. And I cannot say that I blame him. Alright, let's pick these up. We're going to bring them over to our ammo crate. I don't see anything else in here that we need now that I'm done with my story. You can see the road, not much going on out that way. Oh, I bet we're hungry. Oh yeah, we are hungry. Is there food in this fridge? There's a cookie. Is there anything? There's some chocolate. Let's check inside. I did not even think about it. I really need to do a better job of checking our food. I'm really bad about going for a good ways and then saying, oh crap, are we hungry? And then it turns out we are very hungry. Like right now, we were starving. Man, that's a big old bus engine. We don't need it, but I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to things like that. And I just want to take it with me because I'm like, man, that's a big engine. What if we need it? But we don't. And I think based on the wiki, Christine actually puts out more torque and horsepower than most of the other engines. Probably not the bus, but she does a really good job for what we need. So somebody had a good idea renaming Christine. I think it was Sandra? Was it Sandra? I liked it, whatever it was. So we're going to go with that. I just need to remember what it was. And guys, it's not that I don't remember your names or what your actual suggestions were. Sometimes, the suggestions usually. But I know a lot of times, like, I just don't want to mention, like, names in the videos because I don't know how some people feel about it. They don't want to feel called out or whatever. And so I try to just leave that out of it. Like if you really don't care, you just be like, yeah, sure, shout me out, whatever, I don't care. But generally, I try not to. Like I know I've called Lars out a couple of times. Hey, Lars. But generally, I try not to do that. Just because, like I said, not everybody wants it out there. They're fine commenting, but they don't want somebody mentioning their name in something like this, which is cool. I get it. Totally get it 100%. Like there was a guy I used to watch. I'm not going to mention his name, but it was on a live stream that he was doing, and he always just went by his screen name. He never said like I do, like, hey, my name's Logan. It was just always his screen name. Well, I think at some point before he started getting really bigger and more people were coming to the videos, he had his actual name out there and he removed it. But somebody came into stream one day and was like, hey, name. And he kind of flipped out on him and was like, don't call my name and don't say my name. We're not friends like that. I don't know you. And I'm like, man, like, I kind of get it. But, like, if you're putting yourself out there and making these videos and engaging with people like that, you're already putting yourself out there in a way. So them knowing your first name more than likely will not let somebody stalk you to your home. But his reaction on that really just kind of soured me. And I don't think I've watched hardly anything that he's done since then. But of course, that's just me. That's, my opinion. I know everybody is probably going to think about it a little differently than I do. But, we are definitely getting some weight on this girl. She's bouncing real hard. Might need to look at removing some weight. But, yeah, it's just not everybody is comfortable with that, and I get it. But I feel like at least as a creator, the person creating the content and putting it out there for other people, to have them come in and be like, hey, Logan, and then I just flip out on you for saying my name, I don't really think that's fair to you guys. I mean, I think maybe if I never said, what my name is, if I never told you, like, hey, I'm Logan, it's just, I've always been like, I'm player one, something like that. And then somebody pops in one day, they're like, hey, Logan, like, that's going to be a little concerning. Who are you? How do you know who I am? But when you put it out there, you kind of have to expect it. And that's another thing, too. Like, some of you guys, you don't have, like, your name as your username on YouTube. So you might just come up as, like, John, Billy, Bob, 1, 2, 3. Okay, are you John? Are you Billy? Are you Bob? Are you John Billy? Are you Billy Bob? Are you John Billy Bob? I don't know. And so I don't want to call you something that you don't want to be called or that's not your name. Or if you're like Jeff 8754321, I don't want to call you Jeff 333 and then feel bad because I got your name wrong. Things like that. But that is just Logan and how Logan feels about it. Whew. Oh, that rock. Okay. So have y'all been watching the basically like real life Squid Games on Netflix? I think it's called like Physical 100. They take like some of the strongest people in Korea, South Korea, of course, and have them compete in kind of like a Squid Games esque format where people are eliminated and all this men, women. You've got like really skinny toned people that are like gymnasts. You've got like big burly muscle builders. You've got MMA fighters, soldiers, firemen, all kinds of really cool stuff. And they're out here competing for, it's like, I think it translates to like $250,000 US, somewhere in there's like 200 million Korean won, I think. But I think it's like $250,000 US, somewhere in that neighborhood. But it's interesting. I mean, of course, it's in Korean, so it's dubbed, which is kind of hilarious at some points because I think a lot of it doesn't really translate well. Because one of the things they say all the time is, so cool, you're so cool, that's so cool. Everything is so cool to them. And either they're stuck in like 1990s lingo, or it's just something that doesn't really translate into English that well. And so they're trying to translate it, and it just ends up being more like, you're cool is the best they can come up with. Alright, so there's no gas here. But, it's neat. I've been watching it with my girlfriend. I think we're 2 or 3 challenges in. Like half the field is already gone, and they're starting the next one. But it's interesting. I don't know if it deserves like 5 seasons. And one thing that I've really noticed is the Koreans are much more like helpful to their teammates and the other people. They're all like, "You got this," and they're very like congenial when they lose and win and stuff. Like they're always shaking hands and like, great job, we had a good time. Whereas I feel like if it was done in America, somebody would just purposefully try to snap somebody's leg and then be like, you suck, you're a piece of crap, I want that money. But it's interesting. It is interesting. What else did I watch? What was that movie called? Infinity Pool. It was not what I expected. And I gotta say, the time I turned it off, I did not like it. I shut it off and I said, that was crap. Looking back on it and kind of thinking about it, I don't know. I didn't hate it as much as I did when I initially turned it off. It's still not something that I don't think I'm going to watch again. Like, I like Skarsgård, and he's usually pretty decent in most stuff I've seen him in. I did not care for this. I don't know, the premise was interesting. I don't want to spoil it, but the basic premise is, I don't even know if I can really say it without spoiling it. If you're interested, go look it up, check out the, like a spoiler-free summary, something like that. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it just wasn't what I was expecting, so I didn't like it because I had different expectations or what. But, I don't know, coming out, I really did not like it. Sleeping on it, thinking on it, I hate it less, but I still don't think I'm going to watch it again. But I have noticed as I get older, that's something that I do is I'll come out of a story, a movie, whatever show with really strong feelings. Either like, wow, I really like that, or I didn't like it. Or, honestly, it doesn't even have to be really strong. It's just come out of there with a feeling, even if it's just not as bad as I expected or better than I expected. And that tends to change as I reflect on it. Like the Star Wars 8. Yeah, episode 8. Which one was that? Last Jedi? Last Jedi? I don't remember. Anyway. I came out of it and I was like, okay, like it wasn't bad because I like The Force Awakens. I mean, yeah, it was a retread of Episode 4 basically with not as good characters, but I liked it. It was Star Wars coming back. I was excited. And then this one came out, and so I went in. I came out. I'm like, that was good. I didn't hate it. And then slowly over time, the more it sank in, the more I thought about it, the dumber it got, and the more I hated it. And then, of course, the last one, episode 9, I watched it, and I'm like, yep, I'm done. I don't think I've watched episodes 8 or 9 again. And I'm just like, I'm done. I've been watching Mando. Mandalorian's really good. Boba Fett was terrible. The only good parts were when Mando and Baby Grogu showed up. So those were just, I mean, like, come on, the little Vespa kids, like, or were they supposed to be cool? Like, were they meant to be cringy? Because it was really cringy, but in a we thought this would be cool way, and it was not cool with their little cybernetic scooter gang. Not cool at all. Not cool. And then, of course, like I said, Mando's been really good. I did not watch. What was the other one that they did? The new one, Andor. I didn't watch it. I heard a lot of people say it was fantastic. Like, this is the Star Wars content that people have asked for, but nobody watched it because they made so much crap. And so I never watched it. I watched Obi-Wan because, of course, it's Obi-Wan, and I did not like it at all. It really felt like they butchered poor Obi-Wan. I mean, really, the only part that I thoroughly enjoyed was like the season finale or the next to season finale, his big battle with Darth Vader, where he's still thinking of him as Anakin and trying to win him back to the light before he finally realizes in that battle and with what Vader says, it's like Anakin truly is gone. Like, Anakin's gone, Vader is what remains, my friend is dead. That was really good. I like that. But the rest of it was crap. It made no sense. The bumbling henchman that couldn't catch a like 7-year-old girl running through the woods. The whole, oh no, we have to get this gate up. Why? There's no fence. You can literally just step over it, crawl under it, walk around it. None of it made sense. It just, it was not good. And then I don't know if they've explained it in one of the other things that they've made canon or not, because to me, it's the movies and shows. I know like Disney has like made canon comics and books and things like that. I don't read all those. I don't keep up with those. And I know a lot of people have really strong opinions on like the Star Wars expanded universe versus canon, and they like to reference the old non-canon expanded universe stuff. I don't know it. I don't keep up with it. But for it to have been like, what, 10, 12 years, whatever it is, between episode 3 and Obi-Wan, for him to have pretty much completely lost all of his Jedi abilities made no sense to me. Like, I mean, I get that it's maybe like a muscle, like if you don't use it all the time, it kind of fades. But it's like, I don't know, Obi-Wan was a very skilled Jedi. He was a very skilled, you know, duelist and all that. He was a general in the Clone Wars. And you're telling me in then like 10 years he pretty much forgot how to make something levitate? Like, he struggled to keep Leia from splatting into the ground because all of a sudden a 10-year-old girl is too much for him to hold? None of that made sense. But then it all just like came flooding back to him within like 8 episodes. I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't care for it. I think it could have been done. Oh no. Oh, that was bad. And that was a tiny rock, man. Oh jeez. Okay, what all went flying? So 2 headlights, a wheel. Jeez. A door. Okay, that was a rough one. And we're bleeding. That is one of the roughest hits we have taken in a long time. I think the door is just laying there in the road, though. Although honestly, I mean, the wheel is more concerning than the door. But as soon as it hit, I saw like one light come off, the mirror, and then all of a sudden, like the dashboard was covered in blood, the gauge cluster is gone. Alright, so it looks like though we've got everything back except the door and the wheel. There is the door. So now we just gotta get through autosave, find the door and the wheel. I think though, yeah, we can still drive. Oh, it looks like they're right there together at the rock we hit. Cool, 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 cool. That was terrible, but whatever. It worked. Doody doo doo doo. Put our wheel back on. There we go. Put our door back on. Nope, put the there you go. Man, door's back on. Alright, so we got everything back. That was a rough one. There we go. But we came out of it with a new story to tell. Yeah, that rock, man, it was just shaboom. And then next thing you know, we are flying. Alright, could have been a lot worse. Could have been so much worse. Not bad though, not bad. But yeah, it could have just been done so much better. I just wasn't happy with it. I mean, maybe I'm not the target demographic. I kind of feel like I am. I'm one of the people that, grew up watching Star Wars and loved it. But I guess they had a different idea. I know a lot of studios and TV shows now, my demographic is not what they're targeting. I'm getting out of the prime demographic, that 18 to 45 or something, 18 to 35, whatever. I'm getting on the far end of that, so I'm not exactly their target demographic, but I'm not anyway. I'm not heavily swayed by ads. I'm not consuming a lot of ads. I ad block on almost everything. So, I'm not the person watching the ads. I'm not the person being swayed by that kind of stuff. So I'm really not their target demographic. But who knows? Who knows? They're also changing a lot of content to try to make it align with some people's viewpoints, but not others, and it's worked in some cases and not in others. Speaking of not working, the new season of Picard is now out, at least the first episode, because they're doing their standard let's release one episode a week thing, which I know a lot of people love. That kind of traditional, we're going to watch one episode a week and talk about it. Ooh, a whole Christine. A whole Christine. Oh, it's got the black bumpers. Guys, black bumpers. We have been waiting for the black bumpers. Okay, he hasn't seen this yet. Boom, he's down. Alright. Come on, let's make sure there's no others. Alright, so I think we're good. So guys, we finally got our black bumpers. We have been wanting those and waiting for them since we got Christine 2. And this is a whole Christine, and she's in good shape. Wow. I don't know that I've ever come across a car this assembled and in this good a shape. I mean, every single piece is here. Let's see if it has fluids. No fluids. But I'm pretty sure that this is one of like the default conditions. Like they either spawn completely broken or fully built, but with no fluids, which I mean would be fine. Like if you had a full car, you could just transfer your fluids. Oh, this is awesome. Alright, so let's get Christine and pull her close because we are going to take quite a bit off of this one. So I think for the rest of this episode, I'm just going to call her Sandra because I cannot remember what the new name was, but I really liked it. Alright, so we're going to take these hubcaps because we have no hubcaps. So we're going to take them. And we're going to take a lot of the black materials off of this one. because your boy here don't be liking chrome. I'm also going to ditch the pumpkins. They're kind of just getting on my nerves at this point, to be perfectly honest. I love jack-o'-lanterns, I love spooky season, but it's February and I'm kind of over them. So I'm ditching them. Alright, so we're going to ditch the front chrome bumper for the black bumper. Here we go. We're going to ditch the chrome back bumper for the black back bumper. Something's happening because the frame rate's going blip blip blip. Then we're going to ditch chrome side mirrors for black side mirrors, but we're going to keep the chrome just in case we lose one. And apparently these do belong on a certain side. Kind of figured they were multi-directional, but I guess not. Alright, so and get in there. I don't know if that's actually considered in or not. I think it is now. Keep an eye out for bunnies. And boop. And boop. And boop. Here we go. Sit you right. Nope, not on the ground, fella. Okay, so that was not considered in, seeing as how it is now laying on the ground. Alright, maybe that's considered in. Honestly, I don't know. And then we're going to come in here. We autosave. Come on, autosave. I really wish we had the black seats. The black seats would look so good, but I don't think they come in the white stripe variant, because it's a white and chrome, but we're decking it out in black. So really about the only thing we're missing. So like this has black trim, we still have chrome trim, but I'm fine with it. I really don't care. I like the black much better than the chrome. Alright, snazzy. We got black. Got a black mirror that we can't see out of. There we go. Oh, that looks so much better, guys. So much better. Oh yeah. Oh, that black looks good with the white. Black, white, red. Smidge chrome I can deal with. Not the biggest fan, but I can deal with it. Oh, yes, yes, yes. 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 Much better. Black. I like it, guys. She's looking good. Christine's good-natured sister. I like it. We're going to keep her. I'm happy with her. She looks great. But guys, I think we're going to stop it here. Yeah, we're going to stop it here. We're going to stop here. I think this is a good spot. We've made it a good ways. We're probably pushing right at half an hour. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, let me know. Leave me a comment down below. Talk to me. Say hi. I like it when you say hi. If you didn't like it, let me know that too. So guys, I'm Logan. This is The Long Drive. I appreciate you so much for watching. And as always, I will catch you next time.